In the cannon is dry, riding in spaceship like Bunny and Clyde. Don't worry, baby, I keep me some vibe. Mercedes, here go to surprise.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We're all set to go, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of the first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by their 6-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100-plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
The numbers for Pryor in last week's game: 15 carries, 114 yards. They'll keep it on the ground. Pryor, and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Pryor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Up the middle they go. Pryor trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. McClain. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 4th down. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. It'll continue to be interesting in these wet conditions how these kickers fare, but first test, passed.
And how about how the special teams unit handled that? A lot of concentration to make sure the ball didn't slip through his fingers. After the snap, got it down and let him pop it through the post.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up the throw. Well, first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that would draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. They tried to catch him by surprise there on third down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. They run the counter. Pryor. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 55 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
At the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Pryor. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Ortiz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. On the give, this is their fullback. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Usually the big fella's a blocker, a lead back, but he gets the ball on first down. What a surprise for everyone. And as a former safety, if he breaks into the secondary and you see him coming, you just know that's a whole lot of man you've got to deal with now.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Back to throw. McClain firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. Pryor. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. The 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
17-yard line.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Here's 3rd and 10.
To number 89. A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll be hit and taken down at the 20-line. Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. So now for the second time already here in this quarter, on comes the field goal unit. And his kick is good. And that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
6-0 our score after 1. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. He is the NFL's leader in rushing yards to this point in the season, and if he can replicate or even surpass the production that he had over the first half of the year, he's going to have a good chance to take home the title. Nice little juke. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
44-yard line.
Operating from the gun, McClain. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Gain of 21 yards. Results in a 1st down.
Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They go play action here on 1st down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Here now, 2nd and 4.
It's a pick up of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A 3rd field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, McClain. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. You're running back
under pressure, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So they bring out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They got to take care of business first.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 32.
Looking to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. McClain. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
The 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
3rd and 8.
Back to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. back at the 47-yard line. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. They bring their punter out there now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try to find a way to win.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. McClain. Room past the 35. And finally down at the 41-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. On first down, Pryor. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Taking down at the 41.
2nd and 9 now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
That's good for a first down. A gain of 16 yards. And
they'll run on first down. Pryor. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
They'll give to the fullback on the dive. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
No gain on the play. Leads to third.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the gun on third down, McClain. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And if it was sunny, maybe this is a field goal attempt, but with the rain, they're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pryor. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, McClain. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
One more go for this offense in the first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
At the 45-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as we check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into the weekend, see a familiar name there near the top of the leaderboard, currently second in that category. On the left side, a catch by White. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. They'll look to throw here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Intended plays wide out.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his target back up. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Now a toss here, short side. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Here's 2nd and 7.
The 15-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's White. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
On third down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys have made this a one-score game now.
And you can sense a little bit of optimism here. Things have not been going their way, but they get the turnover on the other end, and they turn right around and put a nice drive together. Then they finish it off with a strong run for their first touchdown of the game.
Our home team, 7.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
At the 28-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. A quick throw there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. McLean. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first down, Pryor. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 101 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards results in a first down.
Off the play fake, McLean. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Well, they got a takeaway on the last drive with an interception. How about this sack as a terrific follow-up? And that keeps pressure on this offense, and it could force them into more rush decisions or another turnover.
Pressure again, and down he goes again. That winds up pushing it back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's caught. Beckham. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They give it to Freeman up the gut. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. And on now is the punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Pryor. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Back to throw. McClain. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Over the middle, complete. It's Ortiz. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ortiz. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They run the counter. Pryor. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They run the counter. Pryor. And they get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. McClain. And he's got his man out of the slot. Complete. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Ooh, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Oh, good move. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. Takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
That's another first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, no, he lost the football. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
A loss of 11. It's 2nd and 21. At the 30.
They'll drop to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Now back to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter.
1-yard gain.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run.
but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now whistles blow here. Play is stopped, and we're going to get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 9. A little under 2.5 to go. The turnover does give them life, but they still need 2 scores.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It's second down and 10.
The ball on the 16 for second and 10.
Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's third down.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's fourth down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the 13-year man puts it through.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And they just about had to get that recovery to have any chance. They only have 1 timeout. You look at the clock, and let's do the math here, Charles. This one's pretty much over.
Yeah, we do have a chart here, don't we, that tells us about the timeouts.
You do. I'm not as smart as you.
And in looking at it, you're exactly right. Chart's not going to help them here at all. They're pretty much done at this stage. They had to have that recovery.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. That one looks like he'll throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Ortiz. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So for our visitors, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.